Hey everybody, it's James. How you doing? We're just going to wait another couple of minutes for everyone to join. Hey Matt, glad you could make it. Happy New Year. Who else do we have out there? I saw John. City Slickers is on my list. I have a website. It's Letterboxd. That's linked on all my videos. You can find the info section, and it has a list of all the movies that have been requested for me to watch and what movies I've already seen. Hey, Quincy. Happy New Year to you. We're just waiting a couple of minutes for the live stream to officially start at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Both Matt and Quincy are often in our chats. Matt is a Patreon member. I believe Quincy is a Patreon member. Hello, Idaho. I've been there. And same for you, Kevin. Happy and safe New Year to everyone, please. Yes, be safe. Drink responsibly if that's your choice. Hello, Austin. Happy New Year from Illinois. Hi, Karen. How are you? I have been in Illinois many, many times. I have an aunt that lives in Evanston, and my daughter actually went to the, oh God, my brain. She went to school in Chicago at the seminary in Chicago. She is a pastor, and so is her husband, actually. Let's see here. We're going to be starting in just 1 minute is when we're starting. Just 1 minute. Hey, Sharp Girl, how are you? How you doing, Casa? It's a Friends reference if you don't know that. Hello, Canada. I've been to Canada a few times. Lovely country. Good morning. Where are you at, Rockbuster? I am still a little nasally. The flu is a bad, bad thing this year. My whole entire family got it. And I'm still a little. My wife has complained, and I've complained to her about us snoring at night, which usually we don't snore. So we're not getting a lot of sleep. We're still quite nasally. Other than that, my energy level is about 95%, I'd say. So I think I'm doing, pretty good. It's just been a very tough. My foot is good. Thank you for asking, Sharp Girl. It's also Steph. If you don't know. Yes, my foot is fine. I wouldn't run a marathon, but, I don't see me running any marathons ever. I can ride a bike, which I care about. I can walk, which I care about. Maybe, I don't know, some hiking. That's one of the things I'm going to be announcing is Alaska. I will be going to Alaska later this year, and that's a big deal. Yes, I will be doing quite a bit of traveling, actually. Okay, we're going to start. We've got about 25 people on. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. This is our year-end celebration of the channel and everything that is associated with that. Big announcements for the channel are coming And we're going to be announcing those here today. We're also going to be doing an unboxing. Look what we have. It took like a month and a half, but look at all the packages we got. We've got a bunch of packages. The very first one, I had to open it because she told me to, and that's from Sharp Girl. And that is just, you're going to laugh because I've already tried to do this. It's the Princess Bride, the book, because I reacted to it and I hadn't read it. But look what happens when I put the book up. The whole entire cover is green. So it's, yeah, if I really hold it up, you can see it's the Princess Bride. But from back here, it's, it's there. You can't really see it. I've already started reading it. I'm about, where am I at? I'm about 80 pages in, Sharp Girl. So thank you so much for that. I have been reading it over the holiday because I've had some time off work. I got my wife got me this shirt. I'm not old. I'm classic. It's a 69 GTO on the front. You can tell because of this nose. Where's the nose? Right here. That nose is very prominent on the GTO. But there's so many big things happening for this channel. And one of those things is coming out on Monday. And all my Patreons are super excited. And that is, I'm going to just put it right out at the beginning. Where is it at? Okay, so the first thing is I've changed the header for the channel. It now has the word "end shows" after awesome US movies. So that's the first big change. And the second one is coming out on Monday is the first episode of Stranger Things. I've been requested to watch this show over and over and over and over and over again. And so finally I have given in and I am starting my first series on YouTube instead of just movies. So that's one of the major announcements for the channel, is starting my very first series. I put a poll up on both Patreon and on YouTube, the community page. I post there often, so you should check it out if you don't normally. And I asked if there was a show out there that you'd want me to watch, what is it? And Stranger Things won by a landslide. It was like 47% chose Stranger Things. So that's a big deal that we are going to start our very first series on the channel. I think that's going to be really good. I've already watched the first episode. It's already edited. The full reactions are always going to be on Patreon as normal. And then a very short, because they're only hour-long shows. They're like 49 minutes, I think. I think I edited it down to about 12 minutes, 15 minutes, somewhere in that range. So the reactions are quite short. There's a lot of editing involved to get those really cut down. We're only supposed to use about 10% of content. So you really have to cut it down. Let's see. Let's open another package. I actually got one today. I went to the place to look it out because someone said there was a package in the mail. Amazon absolutely kills me. Look at the size of this. And then here's what's in it. What is it? Let's see here. It's a Friends little TV for my, it's a little late, unfortunately. I can't hang it on the tree. The tree will be taken down tomorrow. Let's open it up. Let's check it out. Let's see inside. Oh! Batteries. There's it's green again. You can't see anything. If it batteries, it makes noise or does something. Oh no, I need a screwdriver. Hold on. Where's my screwdriver? There it is. I actually have a screwdriver. I know this is thrilling stuff, isn't it? Someone unscrewing and putting batteries into things. So while I'm doing this, ask some questions over on the chat and I will answer some questions. Not shocked you had a screwdriver. Of course I don't. Why would you be shocked I didn't have a screwdriver? This is actually a fancy screwdriver. If you're any kind of technology fan, there's a channel called Linus Tech Tips. And this is actually Linus's orange screwdriver. After I was very surprised, I ordered it. It was expensive. It's quite expensive for a screwdriver. When is my wife going to join? Well, believe it or not, she has talked about that. And there is a very good possibility that she's probably going to be on the channel a couple of times, at least once for sure, this year. But we have some pretty major trips coming up. And I'll talk about that. Let's see, what else? For her favorite movie? Well, I think we don't want that. We're going to want a movie that she's not seen that I haven't seen. Which, pretty much all movies I haven't seen. So that's easy enough. Unless it's been on this channel. Or it's an old Disney movie because of my kids. I'm a big time when it comes to kids and, So if they were wanting me to watch a Disney movie like Toy Story or something along that, I gave in. I'm going to watch it. And they're very, very entertaining. Which way do these go? I think they go like this. Oh, gosh. Okay, did it work? Oh, it did work.
If you had to pick one of us to date, who would it be? I don't know. Me neither. Rachel. I don't know. Me neither.
So it sounds like it's playing different things is what it's doing. Let's see here.
Okay, buddy boy, here it is. You hide my clothes, I'm wearing everything you own.
That's a really popular.
Oh my God! That is so not the opposite of taking somebody's underwear. Look at me. I'm Chandler. Could I be wearing any more clothes?
Could I be wearing any more clothes?
I'll tell you, it's hot with all this stuff on.
What?
I better not do any, lunches.
Anyways,
Okay, enough.
do you want to say hi?
Here with you two.
Okay, come say hi. So you guys get a special treat. Apparently, my wife is watching, and she is going to jump on the channel for a second. You get it, guys. Get to meet Mrs. James.
Hello.
You got to look up here.
Oh, look up there. All right.
See, look at you're in the corner. You got to scooch
Okay.
in.
I'll get it figured out.
Oh my God! Say hi, Mrs. James.
Hello.
So there you go. There's Mrs. James. Hiya, wifey. Everybody's hello. Hey. She does exist. It's not a lie. Hello, Mrs. James. She's excited and very not sure about getting on the channel. She's being precautious about it. She's a little so let's say the next big announcement for the channel is the next Patreon exclusive. This will only be on Patreon at the $10 per month level. And that is True Detective Season 1. This will be released every single Tuesday. And then Breaking Bad Season 3 will be released every Thursday on Patreon. So that's the series they chose next to Stranger Things. It was Stranger Things, and second place was True Detectives. So YouTube gets Stranger Things, and Patreon gets True Detectives exclusively on Patreon. And that goes with Breaking Bad Season 3, which will be going on Thursdays. Let's see. Okay, let's open up another present. If you guys want to send me stuff, right here in the corner is the P.O. box for Awesome U.S. Movies. Send me some stuff, some swag, whatever you want. We love opening gifts. It's fun for everybody. I do have a little, like, what do you call it, blade? One of those, but my thing is, like, horribly dull. I gotta get some new ones. I can't remember what's that called? Something knife. It's, what is that called? Somebody put it in the comment. X-Acto. Thank you, pencil. X-Acto. Yeah. Let's see. It looks like we have a t-shirt. There's no note, though. If you're going to send something to the channel, please put, a note in it so I know who it's from. I really want to thank the people appropriately. It says... Oh, okay. This is awesome. Are you ready? Okay. It says, I keep all my dad jokes in my database. I love it. Oh, that's a great one. Oh, that's fantastic. That's a great shirt. Thank you so much to whoever sent that. That's hilarious. Oh, goodness. That's funny. I do a lot of dad jokes. I admit it. So, I'm getting older, even though I'm not old, So, I had to order, like, a notepad. So when I'm watching Breaking Bad and now Stranger Things and now True Lies, there's too many things going on. I have to keep track of them. And so I have to keep like little notes. Let's see, can I get the notes right? Yeah. So I have to keep track. Like Walter's wife is Skylar. And I remember that one. I remember Walter's wife is Skylar. But I can never remember her sister's name or the DE agent, who's her brother-in-law, and that's Marie and Hank. So I had to start keeping notes so I can keep track of everybody in my head. It's bad. It's bad. Let's see, what else? This Friday will be the next movie coming out. Bad Santa came out today. Very, very funny. Not appropriate at all, but very, very funny. A lot of editing involved. This coming Friday, and I didn't know about this movie. I was very, very thankful once I watched it to my Patreon members for, making it their choice for the week. And it's a Robin Williams vehicle, which I very much enjoy Robin Williams. And that is Dead Poets Society. I didn't know about this movie at all, but wow, what a wonderful movie and heartbreaking, but such an important message on the way he's teaching and molding these children and everything. I really, really, really did enjoy it. So I'm still working on that edit, but that's coming out on Friday. And then the Patreons will get it Wednesday. They get it at least 2 days previous to it coming out on YouTube. Let's see what we got. Oh, there we go. Watch The Notebook with Miss No, it's excellent idea. Yeah, classic indeed. You're welcome. Will you be up at midnight tomorrow? No, I will not be up at midnight tomorrow. I wake up at, like, even on my day off, I'll wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. And the older I get, the less my body enjoys staying up till midnight and then waking up 5 or 6 hours later. That's not a thing my body enjoys at all. It's just, yeah, getting old sucks. It is what it is. So there are 2 big trips coming up for me specifically. My wife will be going with me for the first one, and she will not be going with me for the second one. My sister is actually going with me for the second one. And so the first thing I'm doing is in February, I will be with my family. We are traveling to England. And believe it or not, we're going over to England to do some collab with some other reaction channels. And it's just a great opportunity to not just visit another country, but to do some business while we're there and get some other collaborations done with other great, amazing channels like this one. So the closer we get to that date, and once the recording has been completed and the editing has been completed and all that, then I will announce on the channel where those reactions can be placed, and I'm sure we will have them on all the different channels that are being part of it. So that's the first big trip in February, is to England to do some collaboration with other reactors. So that's been in the work for a long time. Yes, a portion of the trip will be written off, Sharp Girl. That's just how business works. Not all of it, but a portion of it will be written off for business expenses. You can only write off, first of all, my portion, because my wife and my son, who's also going, is not associated with the business. But, you know, you can write off the plane ticket to get there and back. You can write off meals very specific to the business itself. You could write off probably, I don't know. That's why I hire an accountant to deal with it. So I don't have to, because I've been doing my own taxes since I was, I don't know, 17, 18. I think I've been doing my own taxes. So it's gotten to the point in our lives that we have to hire it out and let somebody else deal with all the business expenses and everything associated with everything that's going on. Not just here, but I have several businesses that I deal with. And it's just getting very, very complicated. Ryan, do you think you know who I'm collaborating with? Let's see. We got another package. Let me get my X-Acto knife here. I don't want to cut myself, even though it's dull. Oh, it's another shirt. Let's see if we have a message in this one. No, there's no messages. Just shirts, no messages. Oh, I love it. It's a Friends reference. Hopefully you guys will get it. It's Pivot. 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 Ross is so funny. We were watching an episode the other day, and they had some outtakes after the episode, and it was the actual actor. I don't know his name, for Ross Geller. And he was trying to do this line, and it was just very funny because he's like, I feel so bad for Ross, the actor did. And Phoebe is like, do you not watch this show? Poor Ross is always having bad things happen to him. I know. It's funny. It's very, very funny. What else do we have? Okay, so here's everything that's going on this next week. So there's everything that's going on next week. Monday is Stranger Things, if you weren't here earlier for the announcement. And then True Detectives, Season 1, Episode 1 on Tuesday. Breaking Bad, Season 3, Episode 1 on Thursday. And then Dead Poets Society on YouTube on Friday. That's everything that's happening here on the channel starting on Monday. If True Detectives and Breaking Bad is up your alley, I really do consider joining the Patreon. We have a good time over there. There's a lot of back and forth on which movies to choose for me to watch and what specific genres and everything along those lines. Just to, keep everything fun and on, we don't want to get too serious on this channel. We try and make it fun for everybody. We really do. It's about bringing joy to people that are having bad days or just need a moment to forget about, all the craziness in their life for 10 minutes or whatever it is that they have. It's just making people laugh and enjoy something besides the craziness that is our world sometimes. It's for me, it's these. It's books. It's these. It's these right here. It's these books. You can't see it because, here, how about that? It's books. That's the way I get away. Now, with this channel, I haven't been able to read near as much as I would like to. I usually read I used to read about a book a week. And now I'll be lucky to read a book a month. Just because of this, there's so much associated with this channel and editing and everything involved. But, Sharp Girls Season 2, Episode 13 is coming out on Sunday. Usually they come out on Wednesdays previously, but it's a special one for the end of the season, so it'll be coming out on Sunday, which is the 1st, I think. Yeah, it's coming out on the 1st. So don't worry about Season 2, Episode 13. It will be coming out on Sunday. Let's open. We have 2 more packages. Look at this one. We got a big one. And this one came from Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. If you want to say anything to the channel, the P.O. box is in this corner right there. And at some point, I think we'll be changing from a green screen background to a more shelving system kind of background where we can show off all the stuff that's been sent to the channel. I think that is down the road. We will get there eventually. What I get. Ugh. Okay, we got, wow. It's the Band of Brothers. They depended on each other and the world depended on them. Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. It's a 10-part HBO miniseries. Wow. Thank you so much, Matthew. That's really generous. Thank you so much. And then he sent a book too. That's fantastic. So here's the question. Should I read the book before I watch what are these, Blu-rays or DVDs? What are these? I don't know what these are. I think they're probably DVDs. Should I read the book first or should I watch the show first and then read the book? Let's see. Make sure there's nothing else in here. No. So that is from Matthew in Framingham, I think is what it's called. Thank you so much, Matthew. I very, very much appreciate that. Are you on the chat? I don't think Matthew's on the chat. But wow. I will have to really take a look at that and investigate. I think it's been requested many times before. Yeah, Matt makes a good point. I've always read first, so let's watch first. Oh, it is. It's Matt. I'm sorry, Matt. It's okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what's on the address. Matt, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. So Matt is on the chat. Thank you so much. That was very, very generous of you. I appreciate it. I had, what else? I had one more thing to show everybody. Where is it? I had the stats for the channel for this year. Let me see if I can get it really quick. And that is how good the channel did this last year. Hold on, I know, this is, I like being prepared. Somehow this got overlooked, I apologize. Okay, here it is. Okay, let's see if I can get it on here. So there are the stats for 2022. 1.1 million views. 16.1 million minutes watched. And 102,000 likes and 10,000 new subscribers. Just to give you an idea, the channel right now has 12,412. So that means we only had 2,000 subscribers at the end of 2021. We've added 10,000 subscribers in 2022. Way to go. So, wow. How amazing is that? I think that's fantastic. It is. That's great. Oh, it's great. We've got one more package. This one's from Amazon. It looks like another shirt. Nobody is sending any, like, words that I can read. If you are going to get me a shirt, make sure it's not green. Here's what happens if my shirt is green. That's what happens. Writing your 10% of those million minutes? Oh, wow! It's a Big Bang Theory shirt. Unfortunately, it's kind of green. Okay, ready? Here it is. Yeah, yes, you can kind of see. It's kind of like bluish green. Okay, it's rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Let's see if I can get it all. Can I get it all? There, I can get it. It's kind of greenish blue. Let's see if I put it back here. Can you see through it? Yeah, see, that's the problem. So if I put it back here, you can see right through the shirt. Oh, that's fabulous, though. I love it. I'll wear that for sure. Thank you so much to whoever sent it. Oh. Do I still farm? Kind of. Kind of. We have a good-sized garden in our backyard. And my wife is a very, very, very good cook. And she specializes when it comes from the garden is from salsa and pepper jelly, and she makes many things from the garden. But one of her big sought after things is her salsa. We did not have a good harvest this year. I'm pretty sure our chemical balance was quite off this year. We had a horrible harvest. I think usually she makes about somewhere between like 3 and 5 gallons of salsa every year, and she only got 1 gallon out of it this year. And so I'm pretty sure we tried some new mulch this last year. It wasn't mulch specifically. It was, leftovers from eating and eggshells and things like that, but I don't think it composted appropriately. It just added too much iron or something to the garden. And so we're going to be doing some testing. I've put some manure in the garden before the winter and really tilled that into the garden to make sure that that can do its job over the wintertime. With the garden, you want to add things to the soil before the winter. That way the freeze thaw can actually move things around in the garden and actually break elements up and then combust them and then break them and combust them and so on and so forth. And so hopefully adding some manure to the garden before the winter came, and then I will do it again in the spring and really till that in. I spent a good hour tilling the garden and getting it really tilled in really well. We have a good sized tiller to do the garden. But we just have a large garden. We've tried sweet corn. It just takes up too much space. We've tried pumpkins, and pumpkins is a horrible thing for garden. They will take over the entire garden. You won't have nothing. We've tried zucchinis. And the problem with zucchinis is based on how much water they get, same with pumpkins, they'll be this big when you go out there during the morning the day before, and they'll be that big the next morning. They really just completely jump in size if you're not careful. And so we've got zucchini, this big around and this long. They're not fun to be eaten at that point. They're not. I mean, you can still make zucchini bread and many other, zucchini based elements. It's just there's so much zucchini there that it's not fun for anybody. The best kind of zucchini is about that big around and it's about that long. That's what you really want. So our primary garden things are thanks, Matt. Thanks for coming. The primary thing in our garden is tomatoes and peppers. We have about, I think she's somewhere in the range of 10 different kinds of peppers, ranging in heat. Heat does not bother me at all. There's a show on, where is it? I think it's YouTube. There's a show my kids told me about called Hot Ones, where they try different salsas, or not salsas, hot sauces. Anyways, I haven't watched it, but they tell me that it's really fun. They bring celebrities on, they talk about them, and they eat different hot sauces. And so I guess Walmart or something is now making a package with all the different hot sauces. And so we want to get the boys and me together and actually have a hot sauce challenge and see how far we can go on the scale. It goes to 1 million, the Scoville scale for hot sauces. What'd Charlie say? She just grew stuff for you to smoke. Oh, thanks, Charlie. No. We don't do that here. Sorry. But mostly it's food-based items, of course. And then she has a strawberry patch as well, and then we have an apple tree. The problem is the strawberries and the apples for the last 2 years have completely been obliterated by the squirrels, and my wife is beyond pissed at this point. So she has authorized me to catch the squirrels and relocate them to somewhere else in the city. more than 1 mile away because they will find their way back to your property. I opted to try and, shoot them, but my wife kind of nixed that. You can't shoot them with like a rifle or anything, but you can shoot them with a high-powered pellet gun. But she wants me to just catch them and relocate them. We have traps and everything, so it won't be a big deal to catch them. What to put the hot sauce on? Chicken, yeah, chicken like drums, like buffalo wings. Which is hilarious that there are people in this world that think that they're made out of buffaloes. It's just, they're just made out of small chickens. Okay, other questions. Bless my wife. 1,000,000%. Bless my wife. 1,000,000%. So what questions do we have on chat? If you have any questions, go ahead and put it in chat, and I will do some Q&A for a little bit. Let's see. Sling Blade, I think that has been requested, Fred. I'm pretty sure it's on my list. Let's see. Yes, don't forget to help do the like. The like is a huge increase for the channel. It really does help the channel. So if you're enjoying the reactions, like the video. If you're not, I don't expect a like. If you're not enjoying the content, of course. Who am I working with in London? You'll have to wait and see, Matt. I'm not telling. It's a secret. Let's see here. We can call buffalo wings chicken feet. Actually, chicken feet is a completely separate thing, and they are edible. You put them in soup and things like that. I used to raise chickens. Happy New Year's to you and your family. What couple of superheroes are your favorites and why? I am a very big fan of Hulk. Is probably my favorite. Why? I don't know. I think the smash part of Hulk is my favorite. But I also am quite sympathetic with Iron Man and his trials and tribulations and things like that. His story is very interesting so far. I do need to get deeper into the MCU universe. I know it's been a while, and I plan to get back into that universe in the next couple of months. In January or February, I will be diving back into MCU. So hopefully that it will be coming out on the channel in the near future. Let's see. Have you ranked this year's comedies you've watched? If not, what are your top 3? Okay, so what I've actually done is put a year in review video together. It's about 20 minutes, and I'll be releasing that tomorrow on the channel. And it's just a bunch of my favorite clips from the reactions that I've done this year, and give everybody a good laugh or a cry, depending on which ones which ones you really center in on and which ones you enjoyed the most. What is my most tear-jerker movie of the year? Wow, that's tough, because I did Forrest Gump, I did The Green Mile, but as I was going through my edits, one of the ones I absolutely bawled was A Quiet Place. I bawled at the end of that movie. It was so good, and I was so enthralled with the concept that they had for The Quiet Place. So I'd say I think I cried the most watching A Quiet Place, I think. Let's see here. Let's see. James Bond. I don't know that I'll ever go down that James Bond road, because I know there's about 1 billion of those movies. I started Fast and the Furious, and there's like 9 of them, I found out. My boys completely tricked me. They said there was a couple of them just because they know I'm a car guy and that I would love, that aspect of it. They didn't tell me there was 9 of those. I'm kind of kicking myself for starting that series off. Mark Ruffalo or Ed Norton? I don't know who Mark Ruffalo is. Oh, wait. Let's think. Mark Ruffalo is the second. Okay, you're talking about Hulk. Edward Norton was the first Hulk, and Mark Ruffalo was the second Hulk. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I have an opinion either way. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'll need a second life to catch up with the movies people want me to see. That's the truth completely. Lord of the Rings. Okay, Blue Moon. I have read Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series at least 2 or 3 times, and I've already seen all of those movies. So I won't be able to react to those movies on my channel because this channel is for first-time reactions, and I've already seen them. The same with Harry Potter. I've read all 7 Harry Potter books at least 6 times and watched all the movies countless times. Just over the holidays, we've watched all of them twice, I think, just over the Christmas holiday and Thanksgiving. So I will not be reacting to Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter on this channel because I've just seen them and read them too many times. Let's see here. What's the biggest thing that happened in Urbandale since you live there? Greetings from the Netherlands. I don't live in Urbandale. I live in Des Moines proper, which is Urbandale is a suburb of Des Moines. We have like 20 suburbs of Des Moines, really. What's the biggest thing? Floods. You can look it up. We've had 2 historic floods. The first one was in 1993. I wasn't here for that. But the last one was in 2000. Oh, God. I want to say like 5 or 8. We had 2 historic 100-year floods. The 1993 one was way, way worse. After 93, they put an absolute ton of infrastructure in because there's a town called Valley Junction. It was completely underwater. The city, the actual downtown Des Moines was underwater. The majority of the city lost all ability to have running water, plumbing. It was really, really bad in 93. Let's see here. Chinese, Italian, or Mexican food. Rank them. Oh, Sirius Jones. That's tough, man. Now see what a lot of you might not know is my wife and I went to Italy last year in November. We went to Italy. It's been a year already. Dang. I think it was November of 2021. Man, it's been a year already. Okay, so Italian. I'm not the biggest fan of Italian food. I'm a big fan of Chinese food and of Mexican food, but I would have to put Mexican food, then Chinese food, then Italian. That's the order I would put them in. Let's see. I've never heard of Knives Out. I think it's been requested on Patreon, but it did not win. You had a flood in 93 as well. It was called the flood of the century. Yeah. Matt, you're giving away all the secrets, so it looks like Matt's giving it away. The Prestige won over Knives Out, and so the Prestige will be coming out on the channel in a couple of weeks. Let's see here. What's my favorite homemade dessert? I have 2. My wife makes an absolutely insane creme brulee. You can look it up. It's made with a lot of eggs. The reason why it's so amazing is she makes her own vanilla bean extract out of bourbon. You heard me correctly. She takes a large bottle of bourbon and stuffs it full of vanilla beans. The actual ones, like the actual beans, not extract, like actual beans. And she slices them up, and she has to put them in the bottle and shake the bottle every day for 3 months before she can use it. but it gives all of her foods, like her cookies and creme brulee and things like that, this little smoky taste underneath, and it's just insane. So that's probably one of my favorite things that she makes is creme brulee. But she also makes, my grandmother is Czechoslovakian. She's from Czechoslovakia that no longer exists. It's now Czech Republic. And she makes, what are they called? Kolaches. It's a sweet bread with a jam that's on top with a crumble. That's my second favorite thing that she makes. And really, those two are vice versa because you can only eat like one creme brulee and then, you're done because it's like eating straight eggnog. It's pure eggs. So really, I'd probably say I can eat like 2 or 3 of the sweet bread versus the creme brulee. So yeah, I'd probably go that route. Who Framed Roger Rabbit has been asked a lot. It's been asked for a lot. Let's see here. Do I collect anything? I myself collect records, foreign currency, and graphic novels. That's cool. Do I collect anything? I got a lot of books. Actually, I've donated a lot of my books because I feel bad holding on to them. We have 2 things. One, I donate them to Goodwill Industries or the Salvation Army, but we also have a place called the Half-Priced Bookstore here where all the books are like super cheap and people donate their old used books. So I donate most of the books that I read because I just feel bad holding on to that book. I want somebody else to experience it. So no, I don't. I'm not really a collector of anything. I think if my wife was answering this question, she would say tools. I have a lot of tools. I have probably, I don't know. My entire 2.5 car garage is full of very large tools. My wife has not been able to park in the garage our entire marriage. Sorry about that. And she's not very happy about it, but she understands because I've also saved us hundreds of thousands of dollars by doing all of the construction, plumbing, electrical work. I do all of that for this house. And so we're not paying someone else to do that. But do you have a screwdriver? I got one right there. And look. See, look, it's got a whole bunch of different bits. And it's actually ratcheting. You can't hear that. So you can hear that. You guys cracked me up. My husband has an eggnog addiction? Really? So, Sharp Girl, we have a company here in Iowa called A&E. It's a very famous dairy. They make all of the dairy for central Iowa and even up in the upper parts of Iowa. And they don't really have competition around here because they're just they're the source for dairy in Iowa. They get everything locally produced and brought in. They make all the yogurts. They make all the cottage cheeses, sour creams. And they make eggnog, but they also make this thing called milknog, which is I very much prefer, and it's half eggnog, half 2% milk. They mix it in together, and so you get that eggnoggy taste, but you don't get that really heavy feeling after drinking eggnog. It's absolutely fabulous. I very much enjoy it. Do I like my new studio? It's been very expensive. So, the new studio is evolving. I've got 2 lights here, and then I've got 2 lights below. Here, I'll show you what happens if I turn the 2 lights below off. Can you see the difference there? See the, around me? Look at this. See how everything is, super, distorted and everything? And so if I turn those lights on, then it's better. So that's helping. I've had to add a whole, like my entire room is covered in sound absorbing material, acoustic tiles to absorb my echo. I'm a very loud speaker, as you know. And so it's been expensive, but I am enjoying being out of my basement. I was in my basement for many, 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 many years. And so now I actually have a window, which is nice. I am in the top floor of my house. The hilarious part is, you know, to come to my studio, it's a whole like 4 steps from my bedroom. So there's the travel's fantastic. 4 whole steps in the bathrooms, 4 more steps the other way. I have many socket sets. You're funny, Fred. I got 2 types of hard cider, Miller Lite and some Belgian ale. I'm totally set for New Year's. Good to hear, Game Boy. You have a great name. I am an old school Nintendo person. I am not a new school Nintendo person at all. I am an old school NES and Game Boy fan. I was huge fans of those, and I switched over to Sony, and I haven't looked back. Let's see here. I'm a Finn. Hello. Duck Hunt for the win. Agreed. Duck Hunt was great with the gun. I even had, I'm going to make some of you laugh. I had the what do you call it? The glove. I had the Nintendo glove. It was the worst peripheral in all of history. It was horrible. But I had one. It was, yes, the power glove. Thank you, pencil. Yes, it was horrible. It had the controls like right here, and it was like impossible to work them, and you had to like go like this to move stuff, and oh god, you even had like a cord hanging off and like plugged into stuff. It was horrible. Horrible. It was horrible. For those of you that joined the channel late, I'll do some quick announcements here. The big one is that I've added end shows to the banner for Awesome US Movies. Stranger Things, the series, will be coming out starting Monday. I'm starting Stranger Things, the series. I started True Detective, and that will be exclusive to Patreon members. If you want to watch the reactions for True Detective, jump over to Patreon. And then started Breaking Bad Season 3 starting on Thursday. And Dead Poet Society is coming out this Friday. So here is there's the schedule for this next week. Stranger Things on Monday, True Detective, and Breaking Bad over on Patreon Tuesday and Thursday, and then Dead Poet Society on Friday. Those are the big things that are going on if you're just now joining. Well, thank you, Fred. I very much enjoy your support for this channel. It really is. We are trying to grow the channel. So if you have friends or relatives that need a pick-me-up, send them my way, and I will do my best to make their day, okay? How about that? Share as much as you can. It's very easy, youtube.com/awesomeusmovies, or you can even Google Awesome US Movies, and I come up now. How crazy is that? If you Google Awesome US Movies, I come up. How crazy is that? Let's see if we have more questions. Let's see here. My favorite season of TV of the True Detective Season 1. My favorite show is Stranger Things. This is incredible. Thanks, Ryan. I think it's great, too. I did watch the first episode, of course, because I had to have it edited, and the full reaction and the reaction to Stranger Things is already on Patreon. I will warn everyone that Stranger Things is highly copyrighted. Like, really bad. Worse than Grumpy Old Men. And Grumpy Old Men isn't on the YouTube channel. It's on the Patreon side. It's not on the YouTube channel. I cannot get it past copyright. It's just I'm going to have to severely modify it or something. I don't know. But Stranger Things is going to be a very odd looking departure for this channel because I had to quarter it. It's half size in the corner instead of full screen like I normally do, but it's been copyrighted so severely that I had to put it as a half corner up here and then with my reaction off to the side. So that's a bit of a departure for this channel, but I think it's something that you're going to see more and more on the channel just because of the way how much more difficult copyright is becoming. So the changes just have to be made. This channel can't exist if I can't make any money on the channel at all. Then it's a hobby at that point, and I'm spending way too much time doing this for it to be a hobby. To put this channel in perspective, so right now I am doing 2 reactions for YouTube a week, and that is on Mondays and Fridays, and I'm doing 2 television shows a week for Patreon. So that's going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. So based on the amount of time it takes to watch the shows, edit the shows, have my computer transcode those shows, get them uploaded appropriately, check for copyrights, my wife figured out, based on the time I spent, I'm making about $9 to $12 an hour, depending on how long the show is. So for A Green Mile, it was 3 hours and change. And it took me 10 hours to edit A Green Mile after copyrights. So I didn't make, basically I made like $7 an hour is what I made on A Green Mile. So just to put it in perspective, if you're thinking about making a YouTube channel, just really think about it. Because it's a lot of work. It really is. I'm enjoying the work. I will say that. I'm enjoying spending time with all of you and reading your comments and commenting back and all of that. I really do enjoy the community aspect of it. But this is a business, and the business has to make money at some point. So let's grow this channel. That's what we want to do. We just want to make it big. Let's see here. Game Boy, American Splendor is my favorite comic book movie. Please react to it. It's very dramatic and heavy in its comic moments, but overall a great movie. What's it called? American Splendor? I don't think I've ever heard of that. I don't know that it's been requested. American Splendor. Okay, I have noted it. Game Boy, I noted that, and I will add it to if everyone is aware, there's a website called Letterboxd. I link it on all my videos, and you go there and you can see everything that's been requested of the channel and everything I've already watched. So thank you ever so much. We are at our time. It's been about 1 hour. Thank you so much for coming out and spending some time with me. It has been so much fun. Thank you for all the gifts. They're amazing. I really do appreciate it. The t-shirts and the books and Band of Brothers. We'll have to get into that one day for sure now. And thank you so much. And as always, don't ever forget that you are awesome. Don't ever forget it. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Happy New Year. Stay safe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.